Steviebreech coming to you here. I guess this is part 4 of the Q&A. The coolest spot that I could find for you was the park next to my work. I've made a few videos here before. If I held the computer the whole time, I wish I had like a little desk or something like that. That's the view you would see. Sometimes you see that ivy wall behind me in some videos that I've made before. But in order to read the questions, I'm going to have to sort of sit that on the ground like here, so all you get to see are like the trees above my head. So this should be a fun little video here for you. I'm not sure if this is going to be the last one or not, but we're coming up towards the end. Started off with Mr. GTA MW3. Name your favorite belt, TNA or WWE. I think out of the belts today, honestly, by the looks of them, the coolest belt they have is the TNA World Heavyweight title. I really like the look of it. It really looks like a sort of belt that fits today's wrestling. I'm watching a bee, if you see my eyes moving around. Maybe he'll fly in front of the camera, but he's over there right now. But it really fits TNA. I think it's one of the coolest titles. The blue lettering on there looks really cool. I like that a lot. How many ROH DVDs do you have in your collection? I probably have about 20 to 25 ROH DVDs. I do have an order that I just placed the other day. I ordered 4 ROH DVDs. That unboxing will be coming sooner than later. Gerardo Gonzalez. How much money have you wasted in wrestling-related things? Millions and millions of dollars. Yeah. Crossface 187. If you could make a faction, who would be in it with present-day WWE, ROH guys? No TNA. I can use WWE and ROH, but no TNA guys. You have 1 manager, 1 world champion, 2 mid-card champions, and 1 tag team champion. Also, if you can pick a name, and no Triple H or Flair, they don't count. All right, damn. You're making this pretty hard here for you. If I had to pick a faction of guys, and I can't use TNA guys, I'm not even going to use ROH. If I need to pick 1 world champion, I'm going to pick... why can't you just make like a staple of like freaking like not really British guys, but you know, sort of like maybe you can make a faction called like One World. Have Sheamus be your champion as a heel. Then you can have like Drew McIntyre and other guys like that. You know, fill it out. I don't really have time to think about this. This is a little bit harder than I thought it was, but it's a damn good question. Crossface 187. You probably got the question of the day. I just can't figure it out, and I don't want to sit here, counting on my fingers. JB is on fire. If used right, do you think the Wyatt family can last a long time in the WB? And who would you want to see Bray matched up with first? My guess is they're going to bring these guys in, and they're going to face the lower card jobber guys until they find their way, work towards the top. I don't think they're going to give them the gold right off the bat. But I mean, the Wyatt family can last a long time unless somebody gets, a fatal DUI or, gets a drug charge or something like that. They'll normally keep a family together, and they keep that storyline running for a long time. I mean, it was always worked in that Christian and Edge were brothers. Matt and Jeff were brothers. You can break the guys up, but they're always still going to have that bloodline, even though it's kayfabe. Tyon Yak 10, favorite figure. My favorite figure is probably going to be my Edge 1 of 3000 one that I got signed at SummerSlam 2010. Best wrestler you met was probably Jack Swagger. That was the funnest time I ever had meeting somebody. And my favorite DVD would probably be Ric Flair and the Four Horsemen is the best documentary I can think of. I love that one. And I don't think I put it in my top 10 DVDs when I made that video a little while ago. Maybe I did. I'm not 100% sure. Thoughts on the Wyatt family from the awesome Lorenzo Bros. Make sure you go sub to these guys. They're waiting until they get 100 subs to do a Q&A just like this one. So make sure you check those guys out. Matt Lorenzo does a whole lot of unboxings, and his brother's there with him for along the ride, making him buy some stupid stuff. I think they're going to be really good. I think it goes along with the question right before it. And we'll have to see. Spider, dead. What happens with them? Aaron loves WWE and TNA. What is 1 wrestler that you would like to meet, or a wrestler you would like to meet again? I've been on the chase to meet Jack Swagger since 2010. He's a guy that I would like to meet again. But 1 wrestler that I would love to meet would be Hogan, which is going to happen at Bound for Glory this year. If not for him, it'd be Triple H, and Stone Cold be behind him. Triple H guy, 2004, good buddy of mine. What is one match that from any wrestling company that is a must-watch? Hogan and Andre is probably a most watched. That probably best describes what the 80s were. If you watch WrestleMania 16 with Austin versus Rock in the Astrodome, that's probably a must watch in the 90s. Try to fits everything in one match. Those two and really describes what the whole Attitude Era Attitude was of the whole era, I guess. That was a cheap way to use that. HBK fan 25. If you had to keep one thing in your wrestling collection, what would it be and why? Shit. A lot of people ask me what my favorite thing is, and it's either that Triple H plaque or that TNA plaque. Probably the Triple H plaque. They call it the Triple H plaque. It's the Undertaker plaque, signed by Triple H. Just because of how awesome that match was and how everything goes along with it. What is one WWE DVD in your collection that you regret buying? The videos volume 1, which is just basically the intros and the themes and the little Titantron thing that goes on behind them. That's all it is. You can play it in order, you can play it in random, and I don't know what the fuck that was, why you wanted to buy that, but that's what it is. Do you believe that we'll ever get any of the UK exclusive pay-per-view titles released in the United States on Blu-ray? If you're talking about like the shows that they get, which is like the UK live shows, those are pretty freaking cool. I think it's an awesome thing, but I don't think we'll ever get those. If you're talking about like how they get the more pay-per-views released on Blu-ray, I would guess that if they ever did a box set of a certain pay-per-view, like we'll already get WrestleManias. If they ever choose to do a box set of them, we'll get them that way. But besides that, I don't think they're going to be re-releasing older pay-per-views just to get them on Blu-ray. That's my thoughts. Andre Corbell, are you freaking excited to add another new member to the family? Well, it's not really my kid. It's my wife's having the kid for another family who can't have one. But it is fun that she's doing this. It's been a good long ride. Or does the excitement factor tiny little bit with each experience? No, every time your wife's having a baby, it's gonna be freaking awesome. Tristan Sanchez, who's your favorite wrestler and why? My favorite wrestler today, if I was to turn on the TV and say I want to watch this shit, the one guy that I really liked to watch was James Storm. Now they stuck him in this fucking tag team, and I still care about the guy, but I know that he's going to be in this tag team. I really was hoping to watch the progression of him working back up to the World Heavyweight title. That's why I liked watching him so much. Looks like Bobby Roode has sort of broke away from his tag team. So maybe that's going to lead to him, making his way up the ranks. So it'll probably be him today. Mr. Jacob T97. What places besides Cowboy Stadium should host a WrestleMania that hasn't? The new 49ers Stadium is the host of Super Bowl 50. I have a sort of a thing that I wanted to be there just because of how close it would be. Even though if it was there, I would still book a hotel to stay inside the area because I wouldn't want to drive back and forth between Santa Clara and there every day. I'd probably do it once, but I wouldn't want to do it every time. It's like a 2.5 hour drive, and I don't think I want to make that every day in the morning and every day at night. That'd be sort of a chore. It'd just be worth the money just to find a place there to stay. Mr. Jacob, oh, you just got that one. Except for that, I think Miller Park in Milwaukee would be kind of fun because it's a place that nobody would really think about it. If you want to go fucking crazy, put it in like Soldier Field in Chicago or maybe Lambeau Field. I'm just trying to think of like monumental places. They lost their thing because they did it there, but what if they did it in Yankee Stadium? I don't know. I'm just thinking of cool places that might not be the best because of sight lines and stuff like that, but just I know Vince likes America, but he also likes going bigger and better. But you're just getting into some of those classic places. I also wouldn't mind it being in Las Vegas if they can do another outdoor arena that'd be big enough. Because even though WrestleMania 9 fucking sucks to watch sometimes, it's just the atmosphere looks freaking awesome. WH Ombre, do you think Bo Dallas has the potential to be a big draw on the main roster? No, because I think they've already given up on the guy. You can tell on the fact that when he came up, I just watched the Rumble last night when he dumped Wade Barrett, And then they had a whole plan for a Intercontinental title tournament to face Wade Barrett at the end of it. They even had it set up where Randy Orton was going to do a job in there, so this was going to be a big time deal. And Bo Dallas came in. They liked him for a week. They scrapped the whole tournament deal for him, and then we never got the match. They just sent him back to FCW, and he hasn't been seen since. So honestly, in my mind, I think they've already scrapped him, and they've done everything but release him. I'm not sure what they're going to do with him, but I don't think he's going to be a main draw anymore. Daniel Kelly, if WrestleMania ever came to England, would you go? No. You guys have fun. I have the ultimate respect for you guys that come over here. The plane trip would kill my budget, and I don't know how you guys do it, but much respect to all you guys out there. You guys have fun with that. I thought you guys deserved it. I thought there was honestly a chance you guys were going to get WrestleMania 30. I know I've made a video in the past saying that there's no way they'd ever do it, but it made the most sense when they put that thing out there saying that they had an eye on a city with Olympic prestige, or however they worded it. I was just talking about this with Robbie Rebel the other day on Skype. We were texting back and forth, and just saying how shitty it is that you guys didn't get it. JDP052208. And also, have you ever seen a wrestling figure stop motion? I've seen it. It's just not my thing. Britton Harrison, what is your favorite Triple H match of all time? I have to be the WrestleMania 27 match in Atlanta at WrestleMania. Just the emotions of actually thinking my guy was going to be the guy that beat Undertaker. I couldn't believe it. Undertaker, largest fan. If you had a chance to meet Hulk Hogan or Triple H, what exactly would you say? When I meet Hulk Hogan, I just think I'm going to tell him how much of a fan I've been, and just, I don't know, I'm just going to have that raw emotion where I'm not going to have a chance to ask that insider scoop question. I just want to shake his hand, take his picture with him, and just show him all the respect in the world that I have for this guy. I mean, like, I started watching wrestling when I was about 4 years old, I think, maybe 5, and that was the guy that they told you to like, that he was the best in the world, and I never really lost it for the guy. I mean, I know that he's got a lot of baggage that comes along with him, but I just sort of, it is what it is, and I can't change that. So nothing's really going to change it. I mean, when I talk to freaking 88, he has the same sort of thing. His favorite wrestlers with Bret Hart. He's sort of like, a lot of the stuff Bret says these days, it sucks that he says it, but it's not really going to change his mind. He's able to admit, that, maybe he doesn't exactly have his head on straight, stuff like that. Even with Warrior, sometimes we'll get into it, and he'll just admit that he might have it a little bit different. But, those are the guys you grew up with. Those are the guys that, it was your childhood, so you can't really change that. I mean, that's just it. JDP052208, what do you think of Justin Gabriel? I'm like, when I watch Main Event, he's a feature on there because I really like the guy, but why he's not making an impact on Superstars or on Raw, I have no idea. Hopefully he'll make the SmackDown Money in the Bank match. I think it's well deserved. You've seen the Usos be heavily featured on there, and they're finally getting their WWE tag team title shot. So why can't Justin Gabriel move into something for the Intercontinental or for the United States Championship? Have him make a run at being the guy who's going to beat Axel, and maybe get that belt. Something's going to happen with him. Carson Latham, on a video about 2 months ago, if Brock Lesnar does turn face, what would your reaction be? I don't think it's going to happen now. I think they're going to wait until the end of his contract. But if I did, just go with the flow. I mean, maybe I'll like him, maybe I won't. But at this point, honestly, this CM Punk match better really turn out, because honestly, I don't think Brock Lesnar's really panned out. That we haven't really gotten what we thought was going to be when he signed. I mean, we got the big thing in Miami. We got the Cena match at what was that? Extreme Rules, and everything else has just sort of been what it is. I mean, it's been with Triple H, but neither guy has carried the other guy. The whole feud hasn't been that fun. It just felt like it was a whole year-long feud. It felt like they wrestled 3 times, and it felt like they wrestled 1,000. And they got to figure out how to get their money's worth out of the guy. I'm giving them my hopes. I like the guy, but maybe the whole UFC appeal is gone. I think those people wanted to see him fight. He had a match, and then it was up to WWE and the Machine to get behind him and push him up to the top. And I'm not really sure that it's worked. Ronnie Holmes, what are your thoughts on RVD returning? What do you think he will achieve? Honestly, in my ideal, I think that he's going to be a guy working like a Chris Jericho schedule that's going to be on TV. He's going to be on pay-per-views, but I think he's going to be doing more jobs than anything else. I think it's going to be good that he's making some money, but I don't see him winning any belts other than maybe the Intercontinental title. I see him being in the hunt for the World Heavyweight Championship or for the WWE Championship, but I don't see him winning any of those belts. Amanda P., is your favorite wrestler? Triple H today, and it's hard to say because he's sort of winding down, but he still is that guy. I like the root for Jack Swagger. I like the root for James Storm. Favorite wrestler of all time might be Hogan, might be Triple H. Sonny Rival, do you want Batista to come back? And if he does, who do you want him to be, a heel or a face? Batista's the fucking man. He deserves to be back on TV, and why he doesn't, I have no idea. I understand the Marvel movie's probably going to pay a lot of money. You don't have to work as hard, and you don't have to work as much. But the days are ticking on him, much like Goldberg. Goldberg's time might have even expired. Batista might even be there, but maybe we can get him back for one more match that we would care about, just like a WrestleMania challenge match or something like that. But if he came back, I'd want him to be a heel. I just think that would fit him more, especially with his new look and the age he's at. I just don't really see him coming in as being that guy that we're all supposed to cheer. Total nonstop attitude with the last question of today. Your thoughts on the NXT roster? Who do you like to see up next to the main roster? I sort of gave up on NXT. I had a subscription to Hulu Plus. When I turned my cable on, I felt like I didn't need it. The only thing that I was going to keep it for was the WWE stuff, and NXT didn't grab me. It wasn't a show that I liked watching. I thought it would be fun to see the guys before they came up, but honestly, I don't think any of that NXT stuff to matter at the end of the day. I get to see enough wrestling as it is. There's wrestling on Monday Night Raw. There's wrestling on main events on Wednesdays. Impact's on Thursdays. SmackDown's on Fridays. That one I watch maybe about 50% of the time. I try to watch the main event every week. That seems to be the only thing that's really a must-see TV. Everything else gets released through the spoilers with Twitter and stuff like that. And then there's a pay-per-view twice a month on Sundays. So it is what it is. I just didn't see it. I know the guys that are down there. Xavier Woods is the guy that I liked when he was in TNA, but it seems like he's been in NXT for years down there in FCW, so maybe he's not even going to get a chance to come up. You know, what are they really trying to fix on the guy? I know they don't really have a spot for him, but he's a guy that easy could slip into the mid-card at WWE and find a place there. But Alex Riley was the guy they were really high on, and they can't find anything for him to do. I heard that he might even start announcing for Matt Stryker leaving, but Cassius Ohno, the name kind of sucks, but I've always really liked watching his matches from Ring of Honor, so give him a shot. Thanks, everybody. I really appreciate it. I know that on the questions that on the videos that I posted, some people posted comments on those because I didn't get a chance to get it in on the thread of the video that I posted asking for them. But to get 130 questions on 377 views is pretty humbling. I really appreciate it. You guys have always really helped me out here on YouTube, giving me views and everything like that. So hopefully I've been able to give back with the Q&A, and we had a lot of fun. I think if you put all 4 videos together, it's about an hour. So hope you guys have fun. Maybe I can smash them all together for you, make them all one in case you guys haven't been able to keep up along the way. But from the park, I tip my hat. Maybe we'll have a part 5. I don't know. We'll have to see what's going on. But peace out and have fun. Thanks, guys.